Hello, welcome back to Cosmetic World, your trusted source for professional hair colour tips and advice. I'm Josh, and today we're going to be deep diving into how to properly mix and apply Redken Brews Color Camo. Redken Brews Color Camo is a hairline specifically targeted at men. It's a fantastic hair colour line. It provides natural looking hair and very realistic results. Redken Brews Color Camo is good for grey coverage as well as enhancing your natural hair colour. It's a very popular demi-permanent hair colour, known for its really short processing times, which are typically between 5 and 10 minutes, which is very quick for a hair colour, especially in the professional market, suitable for salons and barbershops around the world. It is naturally free of ammonia and has been designed to protect the texture and vibrancy of your hair. There are 10 different shades available in the Redken Brews Color Camo collection, all of which are available at cosmeticworld.ca. Whether you're a seasoned hair colorist or a hair color enthusiast looking to deepen your skills, we're going to show you the proper way of mixing Redken Brews Color Camo to achieve salon quality results every time. So let's get started. Redken Brews Color Camo works on a 1-to-1 scale ratio, which means that for every 1 of hair color, you need 1 of developer. Redken Brews Color Camo works best with a 3% or 10 volume developer. For this video, we'll be using Redken's Pro Oxide developer, or you can look at other options. Always consult a professional before using any of these products. Do check our website for more options of different developers that you can use. But again, please always check with a professional. Now we're going to move on to the actual mixing process and show you how to properly measure and mix your Redken Brews Color Camo. So let's get started. In order to carry out the professional mixing process for Redken Brews Color Camo, you're going to need some different tools. Let me show you what you will need. This particular one is the Pro Oxide version made by Redken themselves and is used very often with this product. As I mentioned, there are other developers that you can use, but you always consult professional advice beforehand. You will need a measuring cup to ensure accuracy as you're measuring. One of the best rules of thumb when you're using a measuring cup is to always grade exactly the amount that you'll need on the side with a Sharpie before you start pouring. You can also measure the weight as you go along, so you've got lots of different ways of checking that the amount of developer that you're using is the right amount, and this is key to achieving the best results. You are going to need some non-metallic protective gloves. You are going to need a non-metallic mixing bowl. The reason why it's non-metallic is because it won't affect the outcome of your mixture. A metallic mixing bowl may release some chemicals into your mixture, and that is not what we want for our mixture. You are going to need some professional weighing scales, which will ensure accuracy as you're measuring. For this, we're using the Babyliss Pro, which are very accurate, and we use them very often for measuring hair colors and developers and various things where we need to be sure that the amount that we're using is correct. You are going to need a mixing whisk as well as a tint brush to apply the hair color once it's been mixed with the developer. You will also need, of course, some Redken Brews Color Camo hair color of your choice. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our measuring cup. Regarding your measuring cup, a top tip is to pre-mark on the measuring cup the amount of developer that you'll need to mix with your hair. Because we know our Redken Brews Color Camo is a 60 milliliter hair color, therefore at a 1-to-1 scale ratio, we're going to need 60 milliliters of developer. So let's get started on that. So let's turn on our scale, place our cup on top with the mark visible where our 60 milliliter amount is. We've now set it to 0. Now that we've set our scale to 0, we're going to begin pouring in our peroxide developer. So if we pay attention to our mark, we should get to 60 very quickly. Almost there, just a little bit more. Perfect. Now we have our 60 milliliters of developer. So let's place our peroxide down for a moment. Okay, so we've got the choice of light natural or medium natural. Let's go with light natural for this video. Open up our color. So we can take our non-metallic bowl, turn our scale off for the moment. We'll take our bowl. So we've got our 60 milliliters of color. So we'll pour that in. It's got a lovely golden colour. It's exactly how it should look. And then we'll pour in our developer. Try and eke out as much as you can as possible. I know it doesn't look like much now, but once we begin stirring, it's going to develop into a lovely cream texture. Okay. We take our stirring whisk and we just gently start stirring. We don't need to go too vigorous at the moment. We haven't quite got the texture leverage where we can go quite fast. We're just blending the two different components together quite slowly. As you can see, there's a slight colour change, but not a huge amount. And as it becomes thicker, we can start to stir a little bit quicker. And a favourite tip of mine is to change direction a few times, and I think that really helps to kind of blend the two elements together. And you really want to spend, you know, a good 3 to 5 minutes really stirring this in. It's a really important part of the process to ensure that everything is completely mixed together perfectly and that there are no kind of separate bits of developer or separate bits of colour. It needs to be unified into one mixture. So you can speed up slightly now that we have kind of a much more viscous mixture. I feel like we've got a lovely consistency there. Okay, right. Let's have a little look at that. Also, what might be helpful is just some paper towel nearby, just to wipe things as you go. Now let's move on to application techniques and processing time. Now that your Redken Brews Color Camo is mixed, it's time to start applying it to your hair. Start by applying in thin, even sections to ensure full coverage of your hair. In terms of the processing times for Redken Brews Color Camo, we recommend 5 minutes for grey coverage and 10 minutes for more boost, especially if you want your shade of hair colour to be slightly enhanced from what it is naturally. For best results, work all the way from root to tip to ensure full saturation of your hair and to ensure that the best results occur each time you perform colour in your hair. To ensure accurate application of the hair colour, always perform a strand test beforehand. This way you can ensure that you're following the right practices and that the outcome will be as desired before starting to colour your hair. The processing times are a guideline. These can always be adjusted as per the outcome that you're looking for, leaving it in for longer if you want more enhanced effects for your hair. Always check with a professional beforehand to ensure that you're going to have the right results that you're looking for every time. After the processing time is complete, run your hair thoroughly with lukewarm water until it runs clear. To maintain the vibrancy and health of the colour, use a sulfate-free shampoo and conditioner designed for colour-treated hair. We stock a range of different options at cosmeticworld.ca. Please look at our website today. Avoid washing or conditioning your hair for 48 hours after application. This will ensure that the colour is locked in as best as possible. You can then follow this up, as I've mentioned, by using a sulfate-free shampoo or conditioner. At Cosmetic World, we stock a range of high-end, professional-grade hair colours and equipment that you can use. We stock the full range of Redken Brews Color Camo hair colours. Please check us out today and find the colour that you're looking for. If you have any questions about today's video, please leave a comment below and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. Like and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content like this. See you next time.